Thank you very much. As Prue said, my name is Becky and this is Hazel, and we both work on Cambridge Folk Festival, which hopefully you're all familiar with. I just wanted to give an update with regards to the festival because, as you may or may not be aware, it is slightly changing for 2026. We had a fallow year, to coin a phrase from Glastonbury, this year. So just to walk you through really our plans for 2026, and then we'll go on to the partnership with Cambridge Summer School. So the festival for next year, it is going to be the multi-venue festival, but first of all, I wanted to, I guess, reassure everybody that there will be the event at Cherry Hinton Hall. We are looking to host a 2-day festival there on the 1st and 2nd of August. It is going to be 2 full days with 3 nights optional camping, and the idea is that you can either come for the day, come for the weekend, camp, not camp, so the choice is yours. In terms of the Friday night camping, the arena will be closed, but we're looking at extending some events and activities as part of the multi-venue up and down the city, so giving people the option of alternatives that evening. So we're looking at 2 main stages at the festival. We're hoping to work with some street performers to get some busking or roving acts. We're always looking for opportunities for extra sort of curricular activity going on, some storytellers, and of course we will continue our collaboration with the Christian Raphael family, which is really important to the festival to support the grassroots music and develop local talent and help them along their journey. We are also looking, in addition to the 2 stages, we're looking at introducing something that we've named Club Corner, so how to work with the local folk clubs, work with them in terms of programming this area for the 2 days. And we had a really productive meeting with the folk clubs a month or so ago, and they are, as far as I know, on board with supporting us with this. So we will be developing that area, and again, it's looking to support that sort of grassroots music and support those all-important folk clubs. So kind of moving on to the multi-venue, which I know is probably slightly confusing and it is totally new to Cambridge Folk Festival, but we are looking to partner with local venues in the area. So I guess, for example, I want to work with the Corn Exchange to schedule some events at the Corn Exchange, and this is all in the lead up to Cherry Hinton Hall. So we're not expecting people to move around on that weekend. Cherry Hinton Hall we're culminating the festival at that site. So in that week leading up to Cherry Hinton Hall, we want to work with the Corn Exchange, possibly the Junction, but equally, how can we work with the fabric of the city? So how do we work with the university? How can we do some events in some of the colleges? Can we do something on the river? Can we work with the pubs? How do we program some entertainment in that 10-day period to extend the brand of the folk festival and I guess attract a new audience, attract possibly the up-and-coming younger audience, get them interested in the folk festival, who will then eventually be our sort of Cherry Hinton Hall customers. So moving on to the partnership with Cambridgeshire Music, I think the journey, forgive me, I am new to the role, so I believe the journey started in 2024. So working with Prue and the music school, offering the 4 days of tuition to young people, which then culminates into a performance at the festival. It absolutely forms an important part of our festival going forward, and it really does tick the box in terms of that multi-venue and also supporting the young people and grassroots through that journey. It's a key objective of the City Council and a key objective of ours to support young people on this. So for us, it's really important to be as inclusive as possible. So we're working with the Holiday Activity Food Scheme to offer 10 places to low-income families. The course is open to 30 children in total, and I believe it's sold out both years. Yep. And the age range is 11 to 18, so sort of that secondary education The course, I don't know if Prue covered this earlier in her presentation, so apologies if I'm repeating. The course covers all the songwriting, traditional tune playing. I think they touched on some Cuban music, a choir, and prior to the performance on stage, some activity with Cambridge Radio, which I think also builds young people's confidence and gives them exposure to the world of media. And I believe, so in our fallow year this year, we did have a Folk in the City free event in Cherry Hinton Hall, which Hazel brilliantly organised. It was before I started, but I did pop along for the day, and it was a brilliant day. And then you can see the children performing on the stage there to an enormous crowd. I think it's difficult to count, but I think there were several thousand people that turned up that day, which is great. And I do, hopefully, have a video. Sorry, the magic of technology.
Opening today with a performance from some of the city's young musicians sharing what they've learned at this year's Folk Summer School. Around 30 young people from the area have taken part in the second Folk Summer School run by Cambridgeshire Music in conjunction with Cambridge Folk Festival. I was blown away by the creativity and enthusiasm of this whole group. We are in for a real treat.
I'm just being told that they haven't actually watched the video in the room yet because they've not managed to get it working. So feel free to pop and get a cup of tea for the next couple of minutes while they're just catching up with us.
And I'm delighted that we'll be working with Prue and the team again for the 2026 festival, which again will culminate in the performance at Cherry Hinton Hall. That's the end of my presentation. I don't know if you've got any questions or... Yep.
take the mic out.
It's just really exciting to see your plans, and love the idea that you're doing a bigger precursor to the festival and getting more of the city involved and more communities. And this is great. This 4-day folk summer school is making me smile a lot. So that's fantastic. Everybody involved. Question. Obviously, I recognise the wonderful Orla. Who were the other tutors?
So we had Kate.
Sorry.
So we had Kate Griffin, formerly of Mishra, and then we also had Ford Collier involved as the tutors for this year. And it was really good fun.
It looked amazing. Any more questions, inlanders? Hang on, Graham. Let me just get the mic to you so they can hear you in Zoomland.
Yeah, the festival used to have the hub, the other sort of youth project. Is there an equivalent going to happen this year? Next year?
At the moment, no. There's no plans, and it's basically down to what infrastructure we can physically do it within the budget, really, if I'm brutally honest. So I think we can look at ways maybe incorporating into the club corner if the folk clubs want to get involved. But we are limited in terms of the infrastructure that we'll have on site.
And sorry, second question. And any other workshops and things that used to happen in some of the other stage spaces in the morning or around the site in other locations?
We're hoping to programme in some workshops throughout the 2 days, yeah.
So you've got the clubs still happening. Whereabouts are they going to be housed if you've got the 2 main stages?
So we'll have a third area, which we're calling Club Corner. So there will be provision there for the folk clubs to schedule in. So it'll be separate to the 2 stages.
Okay. Is that still going to be on the Cherry Hinton site?
Yes, sorry. So everything on that weekend is at Cherry Hinton Hall. There's no expectation that people will have to move around the city on those 2 days.
It will be in the main arena as well.
Oh, okay.
I'll do this down the mic, it's easier. Question from Zoom, from Rory on Zoom. Is there going to be anything like the Den for more emerging artists, or will that all be the remit of the clubs?
So we're emerging artists, and the Christian Raphael shortlist will be performing on stage 2. And the Club Corner, yeah.
I was just going to say, maybe we could, we're talking about the hub band, maybe it's something we should have a conversation about, because it might be something we could facilitate here.
Excellent.
Any more questions inland? Good? Amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for your time.
And taking the time to talk to us about these. It's really important because it's so much part of the local culture and landscape that, you know, it's really good that you're involved with everybody here and with us as well. Really delighted to have you come. Thank you.
You're very welcome.